everyone, it's Laura from the blog artreallyhouse.com, and today I'm going to share with you a burn salve recipe with all natural soothing ingredients. This is a cream, ointment, or salve that you can put on a burn. I have shared a soothing after sun lotion and an after sun spray. This is more for a burn that you could get from maybe a campfire or from boiling water or in the kitchen when you're cooking, when you touch a hot pan or something like that. So first thing I'm going to tell you is the most important thing to know about a burn is that if you put oils or lotion on it right away, it will actually trap heat into that area and can burn the skin further. So we don't want to do that. This is going to be a salve that you're going to use maybe after 24 hours to help with that skin imperfection and to keep it clean. The best thing to do if you get burned is to run that area of skin underneath of cool water. So a lot of times we think of putting ice on it, and actually ice isn't the best. It's better to use just really cool water or cold water depending on what feels best for you. And so for instance, let's say you touch a hot pan while you're cooking and on your hand, you can take your hand, just run it under the cool water until that burning and pain goes away. And then after the pain has gone away, then you're gonna want to apply this salve. So for this, I'm using coconut oil, beeswax, aloe, and I have some lavender oil and also some vitamin E oil. These are some great ingredients to really help with that skin imperfection, and like I said, to really keep that area of the skin clean. So for this recipe, we're gonna be using a double boiler, and as you guys know, if you've been around my channel for a while and I do a lot of skincare recipes, I use a double boiler a lot, and it's really easy just to use a pot of water with a little bowl over top. So if you don't have a double boiler, this works great. And in here, we're just going to melt together a half of a cup of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of beeswax. And then I'm just gonna turn this on medium heat and let this just melt these ingredients together, and then we'll come back and add in the next ingredients. Once the coconut oil and beeswax is melted, we can remove this from the heat. And now we're gonna let it cool slightly before we add in the aloe, lavender, and vitamin E. Now that our mixture is slightly cooled, I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of aloe. Now with aloe, in order to get this to mix properly, you're gonna wanna add it in and really whisk it with a fork, or you can even use an immersion blender to get that to mix in well. And then we are going to add in a teaspoon of vitamin E oil. And then 10 drops of lavender essential oil. Then we're just going to pour this into an airtight container. I have a little mason jar here that has a lid. Glass is best for storing anything with essential oils. Okay, so as this mixture sits, it's going to harden up. It'll be kind of creamy like coconut oil. It'll be a little bit more solid than that because of that beeswax in there, but it will be a solid, not as liquidy as it hardens. If you want, you can place it in the refrigerator for it to get to that solid state longer, or you can just leave it out at room temperature. Now this will last for up to a year because coconut oil, beeswax, all of these ingredients have a long shelf life, so this will be good for a year, and you can leave it out at room temperature as long as your house is about 76, like below 80 degrees, it should stay in that right creamy form texture. Now, if you take this into the car and it sits in direct sunlight in a hot car or outside in the sun, it will melt slightly, but then when you bring it back in, or if you place it in the refrigerator, it'll harden back up. So it's totally fine to be at room temperature, but if you want it to be a more of a solid, or if you want it cool, you can also store it in the refrigerator. And then you're just going to take it and put your lid on tight like that, and this is ready to go. I made a label for this so you remember what's in there and what it is. I have a link for that down in my description box below. And if you're new to my channel, while you're there, you can see I have a few other free things for you to check out. I have a lot of different educational ebooks about different ways to use essential oils. I also have a free online class if you're wanting more information on oils. If this is your first time by my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on essential oil education, natural remedies, and healthy recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by our early house.